nothing is making sense. Now, it could not be making sense because we've not arrived at the conclusion. The FBI, I will say, has recently come out and said they're looking for another person. Good, because what we have so far obviously cannot be it. I feel, I was insisting that everybody read that book, Chaos, about the Charles Manson murders. And what we learn from that book is that if the government does want to hide something, what they do is they give you so much information that you can't, you don't even know what's real. So many different possible ways that things could have gone down, so many different manners, so many people speaking, so many publications publishing. And it's just meant to be chaotic, to drive you crazy and to just go, okay, I'm just going to accept whenever the authority says something and not prod any further. We can't allow that to happen here. I won't allow that to happen here because this something terrible has traumatized the world, okay? And I feel as though when it comes to this, the media, the government, the talking heads, everyone is confusing us about what actually took place with Charlie Kirk, this event, how it got set up. I even would like to know who picked the venue, okay? Here is what we know thus far, and I will tell you who the exact source is and what video they presented. So the first bit of proof regarding that day happened at 8:07 a.m. According to TMZ, they have footage, and we're going to show you it, which shows a man at 8:07 a.m., so hours before the shooting, wearing a maroon t-shirt and light shorts, as you were seeing on your screen right now, hands in his pockets, that is just walking outside of university grounds, okay? Now, Governor Cox tells us that at 8:29, which is an interesting timeline, Governor Cox tells us that that is when the shooter, Tyler Robinson, arrived at UVU campus in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, and a black hat with a white logo. So essentially, he's saying that what that person we saw walking down the street right there arrived on campus at 8:29. I'm going to allow you to hear Governor Cox say that himself. Take a listen.
Investigators reviewed additional video footage from UVU surveillance and identified Robinson arriving on UVU campus in a gray Dodge Challenger at approximately 8:29 a.m. on September 10th, in which he is observed on video in a plain maroon t-shirt, light-colored shorts, a black hat with a white logo, and light-colored shoes.
Already confusing to me is that TMZ shows him already walking. We're supposed to believe he walked, parked his car, and then walked onto campus. They're saying that after that video that you just saw of him walking, he got into his car and then drove to campus, and then at 8:29 p.m. on campus is when he arrives. Already confusing, but let's just keep going. We don't need to poke holes. Let's just keep going with the narrative. Then we're back to TMZ, and they release that at 11:49 a.m., they have footage of the shooter who has now changed his outfit. We're supposed to gather that, again, on a doorbell cam, and he's in a different outfit. So this is 11:49 a.m. Charlie Kirk has not yet been shot. Take a look at this. Okay, and for those of you that are listening to this on audio, you are going to see someone who appears to be limping, okay? So maybe he changed his outfit at some point and now he's limping. And the idea that we're seeing floated is that he's limping because he's holding the gun in his pants, okay? That's kind of what's been floated, okay? That has not particularly come from the feds. I don't believe so, but he's limping now and he's got on a different outfit.
I just don't believe you're holding a whole rifle in your pants.
It didn't look like, because he was still bending his knee a lot. I feel like he couldn't. I mean, people do that. I've seen
a whole
people.
rifle, like
People do
rifle's
that.
long.
They did that in Chicago.
Yeah, we've reacted to videos of them in Chicago doing that.
Bro, a rifle.
Yes.
They do
People
that.
do that. I've seen people do that.
Yeah, they put it.
Who y'all seen with a
you
rifle?
could just
on video.
You can take it apart.
We did it. We watched the video of it.
You could take the upper off the lower and put it in your pants and carry it.
But I've seen they had the AR-15 in the pants down the leg.
Yeah,
people do that.
But no, he got hit with a sniper like a.
They said it was a bolt action, like a hunting rifle.
Yeah.
Which could be about the same size as an AR.
Yeah.
It's possible. It's possible.
I mean,
this is okay.
Putting it in the pants and walking like that. I mean that
it could be possible,
yeah.
but he looked like, I feel like you couldn't bend your knee at all. And I feel like he was still bending his knee a lot.
You are going to see someone who appears to be limping, okay? So maybe he changed his outfit at some point and now he's limping. And the idea that we're seeing floated is that he's limping because he's holding the gun in his pants, okay? That's kind of what's been floated, okay? That has not
Like,
particularly
which leg?
come from the feds. I don't
Right.
believe so, but he's limping now and he's got on a different outfit. Okay. 11:52 a.m., and we were actually going to check this, by the way, but I think that we had the FBI say that was when he arrived on campus. Maybe that's not accurate. But, so let me just skip off of that, because, Skylar, we should actually look to research that. But at 12:23 p.m. is when Charlie Kirk is shot, okay? And 12:23 p.m. is when in that same minute is when we have footage that shows us that as the crowd ducks, and it's blurry, the shooter runs across the rooftop. I'm going to tell you why that's significant. So 12:23, Charlie Kirk is shot, and we are going to have an angle of that and the image of the person in black rather, that is running across the rooftop. Take a look at this. They're down, clearly. And right away, look at that, okay? And we have another, so the footage shows us, there's another actually clip that I was looking for, Skylar, there, that it actually shows him running across the rooftop. You guys may have seen it. The reason why that footage is problematic, as you start to see them ducking and then you see the shooter immediately start moving across the rooftop, is that their narrative is that he disassembled the gun and then started running. So that's a bit confusing to us of how he was able to do that so quickly. An unbelievable amount of hunters, guns, people that reached out to me and said, that just didn't happen. They have, exactly as Michael said, that did not happen. There is no way that happened. That cannot be accurate. Then, and this is obviously the craziest part of everything, we have decoy boy.
Pause.
On the last part, let's hear what she.
For context, this is Michael.
Okay.
She had him on before. You
He looks like a hunting guy.
This. Yeah, so we can hear a little bit of him real quick if y'all
Well,
want
yeah,
to.
but I mean, I feel like it is. Yeah, it's impossible to. If that was at the time of the person running, they did not disassemble. They did not take down the weapon in 2 seconds like that.
Yeah,
It's impossible to do that.
It's too quick. To take it down and pack it up.
That's
in 2
impossible.
seconds? Nah.
No one could do that.
Nah, you gotta unload it and whatnot.
This is fishy.
It's very fishy.
Then, and this is obviously the craziest part of everything, we have decoy boy, right? So it happens and suddenly this guy, George Zinn, gets arrested. He's making noise. He's signaling that he's somehow shot the guy. And at 12:52, it gets announced that the suspect is in custody. So nobody needs to look around anymore because this suspect is in custody. But actually, I guess George Zinn just does that. He just does that, I guess, like just wants people to think he's done something but he hasn't actually done anything. That, again, to me feels like he's a decoy. Like more people are involved in this. And I will say that. We don't know. But we know that something's wrong with this. Then at 12:29 p.m., we have TMZ showing us that there's a person running through the backyard. They are saying this appears to be the suspect running. Okay, now we're going to show you that clip. It is very grainy. So they're alleging that that's him. We couldn't confirm that, and the feds have not confirmed that. But it does show you that someone's running across the back. Again, that's at 12:29 p.m. I don't know. We don't know. I'll give you some other facts that you should probably know just in general that has been thus far confirmed. The weapon, they say, was found in the woods and it was wrapped by a dark towel. Okay, now, when they gave us a photo of that weapon, it was fully assembled. So this is kind of what Michael Savage is saying. He's saying, okay, so then they reassembled it, or maybe the feds did. Maybe they're going to clarify that they reassembled it for a photograph, but we are told that it was found wrapped in a dark towel. Then we have been told that a screwdriver was found on the roof. So they're sticking to this implication that he perhaps undid this gun while he was on the rooftop and he, wanted to make sure he unscrewed it with the screwdriver, left the screwdriver behind, but took the gun, but then left the gun in the woods. Okay. Then we get, and this has not been contextualized, and I can't wait until it is contextualized, we get photos that are the shooter. This is when the FBI came out and said he's in a stairwell. We don't know exactly where that stairwell is. He's in outfit number 2. So the outfit change has happened, okay? There's no timeline again, but we can discern that there is no weapon that is in his pant leg because we can see him bending one leg in one photo and we can see him bending the other leg in another photo. So we're unclear about this.
Too many.
What is clear is that
Hold on.
Way too many. She's poking holes in this story.
And it's not like hard. Like the biggest thing for me was the gun disassembled, and then they posted the gun assembled.
Yeah.
So if that's a murder weapon, why would you be touching and messing with it and reassembling it? That is not. I'm not a police officer, an investigator.
Right.
That doesn't sound. I feel like you're supposed to leave everything as found. So was it like if
I
this
don't
is
know.
it? Either you're lying about this being the gun because you said it was disassembled, or lying about it being disassembled.
I don't know. The whole story is fishy because it's like, oh, there's an old guy, and then it turns out it's not the old guy. Then they find some random kid that's got a right-wing family, and now he's LGBTQ activist and been brainwashed, and now he got a trans roommate. Now they released the text messages between the trans roommate.
Yeah, and they were saying the roommate basically is just like kind of ratting about everything.
This shit, I mean, it's just too many inconsistencies. It just feels all of the holes she's poking in the story is just poking in the levels of convenience. Oh, we have this video of this guy limping, but then you get a close-up and he's not limping and there's no gun. Oh, but then he disassembled the gun on the roof. But then we found a
assembled
screwdriver
right here.
But it's fully assembled. I don't know, man. She's just poking holes in it.
So
That
did
doesn't
they?
make sense.
Damn, man, this
The
is
gun
crazy,
thing is the
bro.
biggest
Yeah,
inconsistency to me.
That's a big inconsistency. But also for like 2 hours, we're not gonna say 2 hours, maybe an hour. We thought it was the old guy.
No, for like a while.
That's what they told us.
Listen, stop looking.
What made them think that was him though?
They
Because
said
he got up and said, "Oh, I did it."
yeah, type shit.
So it's.
But
it
he
was
had no
set up.
gun.
I don't know. You know, that's what's weird.
That's a great point.
That is a great point.
That is a phenomenal point.
I don't know, man. This is very fishy though.
And when
But
they
it-
arrested him, his pants
But
fell around
they
his
said
ankles.
he was in a staircase somewhere, like on campus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
staircase.
Remember when they were like, "This is him." Everyone looked for him, and they were posting that. I remember seeing that.
But then
right after.
on the video, it looked like he ran off.
He was on
Exactly.
the roof. Yeah, he jumped out the roof that he was on.
But he ran in there's other video of him running through the backyard at 9 whatever. He's walking in, okay, and then he drives up. Well, okay, well why would you walk up and then drive up again? I mean, maybe he got in the car. Maybe there's a lot. This is very like, why would he say he did it if he didn't do it
Then it turns out this guy has like
Distraction.
child porn. They just charged him. He had CP.
with him?
He like confessed to having it. They just charged him with it. Like in the past 48 hours or
It
something
doesn't
like
make
that.
sense.
This is
Yeah.
very weird.
Maybe, well, it looks like something fishy happened. Maybe someone else wanted Charlie Kirk dead.
Now these details are astounding. Like
She is poking holes at it in the
Yeah,
story.
Candace is gonna get to the bottom of some ish,
She's a great investigative journalist.
this Olivia Pope.
actually.
What is clear is that there is a ton of cameras on this campus. There is a lot of footage that they could release to make the public feel better about this. I mean, tons of different angles. I don't know why we're getting grainy shots at all. There have been tons of people online going through the tech stack of UVU campus and saying like, hey, why are we getting grainy? Why don't you give us clearer images? In fact, you guys could show us an image here. They're not doing that. They're just going with this like grainy image and saying that's it. And you can get this grainy image, but we can't tell you much more. Now, again, it's an open investigation. They're under a lot of pressure. There is no question. I'm certainly not going to let this go. And I want the public to not let this go because you were spiritually impacted by watching a man be publicly executed. And you need to keep that energy and understand that something is very wrong here. Nothing they are saying feels good to me. Honestly, the thing that they said that felt the best to me is when they said that there's probably somebody else involved. That sounds about right. 2 people, maybe. Maybe these aren't even the same people. Maybe the guy in the maroon is not the same as the guy in the black shirt. That would make sense, because why change your outfit? Both of these look like you would blend in on a college campus, so why are you blending in twice? Does that make any sense to you? Why would you change your outfit? Like just like a random fashion show while you're going to murder someone? I just want to change my outfit for funsies. And then we hear that Tyler...
Just an idea. I think the outfit change was to probably look Republican.
How does his outfit look?
Because the outfit, bro, he had an
like
American flag on
the
it.
shirt.
That's why everybody came up with that narrative. That's what I mean. I don't
That's
know
why
if
they started saying that.
I don't know if that's why they started saying it, but I can see why they would say, "Oh, he's a." Well, maybe they say he was
Where
Republican
did they
as a
catch the
family.
guy at?
His
Because
dad
it was
turned
days
him in.
later.
His dad turned him in.
Yeah,
Which
is all. I don't know, man. Which this all could be like I don't know, but it is fishy.
It's extremely fishy.
Cause it could just be, it is what it is, and he was just a transgender lover, and the family was Republican, and he just did a heinous act. It could be just that.
Yeah.
But these
but
details are weird.
the gun thing is unexplainable to me.
Are weird. Like, wow.
So he changed his outfit, I mean, ostensibly because he wants to avoid detection, would be the only thing that's I think is reasonable to assume. But then he changes back into the
That
outfit
makes
that he was
zero
wearing before the
sense.
shooting. For what reason? 33 hours later, like no shower time. He just wanted them to know that it was him on the camera. That's not clear to me. Why are we changing outfits? Are we just 2 different people? I think it's reasonable to ask that question. Are there 2 different people that are involved? Another thing that's not clear to me is that the story that we were told was that Tyler Robinson allegedly, after speaking with the pastor, his dad turned him in. Bill Ackman, probably $1 million, right? Thanks, Bill. You really cared about Charlie. And that money is now going to the father of this child who, after prayer and speaking to a pastor, they're saying, okay, well, he turned himself in. That we were told he turned himself in. Now we're being told that actually he hasn't confessed. So I'm just wondering, how do you turn yourself in without confessing? Because if I say my kid did it, that's enough for an arrest?
It's not.
What if the kid says he didn't do it? I didn't do it. Dad says you did. Okay, how did they arrest him without a confession? I'm going to show you Governor Cox's statement where he says that the kid has not confessed. Take a listen.
I know you heard that report by Matt Gutman and this latest reporting in the New York Times that some of the suspect's acquaintances were allegedly talking to him online and joking and thought they recognized him from those early photos. Can you tell us anything about that this morning or anything further on the investigation?
Well, all we can confirm is that those conversations definitely were happening, and they did not believe it was actually him. It was all joking until he admitted that it actually was him.
And anything new on the investigation? You say he admitted that, confessed?
No, not again. He has not confessed to authorities. He is not cooperating. But all the people around him are cooperating, and I think that's very important. There were reports yesterday that we can confirm that his roommate was indeed a boyfriend who is transitioning from male to female. That's information that the FBI had mentioned yesterday. We can confirm that as well, and that he is cooperating with authorities as well.
Okay, so I'm just not entirely clear on this confession element. Did the pastor just say he did it? Did the father say he did it, but they didn't have any proof? Again, this is obviously everyone's investigating. We yield to them. Do I think this kid was involved somehow? Yeah. Do I think he did this alone? Absolutely not. This story makes entirely no sense. And then there's this random discord over Discord, okay? So Governor Cox came out and told us that there were messages about the rifle drop point, okay? Discord says not the same thing. Let's listen to Governor Cox say that on this social media app, Discord, they were discussing the rifle drop point. Take a listen.
Investigators identified an individual as the roommate of Robinson. Investigators interviewed that roommate, who stated that his roommate, referring to Robinson, made a joke on Discord Investigators asked if he would show them the messages on Discord. He opened it and showed several messages to investigators and allowed investigators to take photos of the screen as each message was shown by Robinson's roommate. These photos consisted of various messages, including content of messages between the phone contact named Tyler with an emoji icon and Robinson's roommate's device. The content of these messages included messages affiliated with the contact Tyler, stating a need to retrieve a rifle from a drop point, leaving the rifle in a bush, messages related to visually watching the area where a rifle was left, and a message referring to having left the rifle wrapped in a towel. The messages also refer to engraving bullets and a mention of a scope and the rifle being unique. Messages from the contact Tyler also mentioned that he had changed outfits.
So all the messages leak every single
So he changed outfits. Again, unclear why he did that. Unclear why he would then put the outfit back on 33 hours later. Most people just like shower within that time. I did receive contact from one of Tyler Robinson's classmates, and they said that that was the strangest part to them. They told me that that was the strangest part, the 33-hour putting on an outfit that he had on 33 hours early, because they described him as remarkably tidy. He was a tidy individual. So they that flagged them as weird. Just seems like a little extra work. Again, unnecessary, right? Completely unnecessary. You're getting nothing out of changing your outfit. We have a statement from Discord, which kind of disputes that. Discord says, in the course of our investigation, we identified a Discord account associated with the suspect, but have found no evidence that the suspect planned this incident or promoted violence on Discord, a spokesperson said in a statement. Again, maybe they need more time, and they're going to get more time. They're going to get a lot of time, because it will be never that I let this go. It will be absolutely never that I let this go. Everything just spiritually feels very wrong here. Yeah. It feels like we are being lied to by who? I'm not sure. Are there some good guys? Of course, there's always good guys in government, but there are too many bad guys in government for me to feel good about this. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we are obviously going to continue to follow this, to tighten up this timeline with the most up-to-date information that we can possibly have, everything that we could possibly learn about the father that is involved in this. I want to know more about the father. He's being described as a hero. He turned his son in. Okay, I don't trust anything right now. Okay, I trust absolutely nothing. I think everyone needs to be investigated. Every person that is even mentioned should be investigated. We have a right to do that, and we're going to continue to do that.
Yeah, okay. So before I watched this, I didn't really know if there was anything fishy, because I was just going based off the information I was given. But after this, it's pretty clear to me that this is not, the story that we're given is not the story that actually happened.
I agree. I thought it was just too fishy from the beginning. Like the text messages were too convenient. The trans roommate story was too convenient. It's all too convenient. So I don't know, man. It just feels too good to be true.
Nah, this is pretty insane, guys.
Somebody
the
wanted
story's
him
just
gone.
yeah.
He's too powerful.
He's
too
way too
inconsistent.
influential.
The story is way too inconsistent to be like not looked into. How long do we not know about JFK?
We still don't know.
MLK.
We still don't know.
And we know how powerful Charlie was.
His influence was what his power was.
Like, man, you're going
Yeah.
campus to campus to campus. Like,
He won Trump the election
I agree.
with the young vote,
I agree.
the Gen Z vote, the
I
college people aged vote.
this is scary, guys. Not like if you really think about that. Like, I knew Charlie for like who he was. I just thought he was a podcast guy, Christian guy. That Owens turning point. But like seeing how much like influence he actually had.
He was
that dude.
articulate, bro.
I said, hold on.
He was that dude.
He was articulate, bro.
Like
Even my liberal friends used to say, I have a friend, my good friends, he's liberal. He used to send me his clips all the time. He was like, I actually like listening to him debate because he's right about a lot of stuff.
He articulates on the highest level that you could possibly do it.
Also, bro, on TikTok everywhere, people are saying, I'm a Democrat, I'm liberal as hell, and when Candace is sounding like she's on to something, it's like this is a crazy moment. Because people are agreeing with Candace on this. Like, she's making these videos, 7 million views.
I'm about to go back and listen to the whole
The whole thing is pretty insane.
Yeah.
Like people are like, agreeing with her all over social media about this.
I'm about to
So
go
it's
listen to
like,
the whole thing. Candace,
you know,
we rock with Candace too.
I had never turned my back on
And
Candace.
some people saying she crazy. A lot of people are saying, "Come on, guys, we got the like story. She's transgender." Woo, woo, woo.
It's only crazy.
I don't
until-
know, man, because we're not gonna get another Charlie Kirk. I don't think
No, the
nobody's
only
gonna.
people that say she's crazy are the people that just eat up everything they told.
But that gun thing is unexplainable to me. I mean, they said the FBI says, okay, he disassembled the rifle, but then they find it and they post a picture of it assembled. So did you, is there an explanation for
too many
that?
Inconsistencies, bro.
Outfit
There's way too
change,
many inconsistencies,
And you
bro.
arrest him in the same outfit that he did it in.
Too many
33 hours
inconsistencies.
later.
Yeah,
And he's not admitting to it. So if he's not admitting to it, that means he didn't want to be caught. But if he didn't want to be caught, why would he put on the same exact outfit that he murdered someone in?
yeah.
It's too inconsistent,
You
bro.
would get rid of the clothes. You would get rid of everything.
Like you see, Luigi, he got fought. He was gone. He was doing a whole different.
That
he was
was
in a
a
different
crazy
state.
story to me, too.
This guy got caught in the same state, like same. He was easy to find. Like this is just weird, guys. I don't know. And then the influence Charlie had, it does make me think it was some high powerful things involved in this. I
Definitely.
can't. Now I'm really not.
I don't know
just-
who did it now.
At first I was like, yeah, it's just a transgender's fault. It was,
That's
a
what we
low
thought.
level surface thing. But
And I thought that shot was too accurate. Because
Yeah,
I
it
go
seemed
to
like
the
a
gun range
professional
all the
hit.
time, and for me to hit from, I've had a scope in 100 yards, and like, it's extremely hard for me to do that with the AR. So 200
That's a rifle,
yards,
though.
but still, one tap in real life
and then they say they waited
from a dude that lives with a trans.
They said he waited for Charlie to say the word trans and shot him. Like as soon as he said trans, he shot him. So now I'm thinking like
That was way too accurate of a shot. To me, that is, people say that's an easy shot. I feel like that's actually not an easy shot
No, it's
because
not
I
an
go
easy
to the gun
shot.
range all the time.
It's not an easy shot.
like maybe all of it was a distraction. Like oh he was on the right, the left thought oh yeah it's a Republican that did it, and then the right did the investigation. Then it came out that he had a trans boyfriend, and now it's just a left and a right fight on social media. Really, it's a high power. Like we don't know who it is. Some people got
Candace has her
I got my
suspicions.
suspicions. There's some suspicions out there.
I got my suspicions. I'm on high alert.
But I mean, it's pretty scary.
But we do need to figure it out for the sake of Charlie Kirk, and we need
For
to
the sake
continue
of
to
America.
spread. Yeah,
Cause it's like,
we need to continue to spread his message.
bro, he all he spread was truth, and he was American first. So like, if you're American first and people don't like being American first, it's like we got something we dealing with.
I watched
you
the clip where he asked that kid, he was interviewing the kid. He said, is America first, America only? Kid said, yeah, I agree with that kid. He's right. America first is America only. That's the way it should be.
Yeah, guys. I mean, this
That's
is
what I
fishy.
said.
I mean, she has more episodes coming out. We just gonna. Candace is. I mean, man, that was like
Candace
I didn't
is a
know
legend.
how close they were, but Candace is
They
upset.
came up
guys.
together.
She's very upset.
They came up. They were, boy.
No, I know. I didn't know her oldest videos. Like, bro, like if you go watch her oldest videos, now she's a freaking multi-millionaire.
Yeah, but she's one of them
Like,
ones.
She's one of them
Like,
ones.
wow.
She's
man.
one of them ones for real, for real.
Let us know what y'all think in the comments, though, guys.